So, welcome back to another episode of the podcast for love. And before we even get started, before I'm gonna tell you what's going on today, we start with a quick meditation. So, I invite you to close your eyes if you feel safe. As always, don't close your eyes when you're driving in a car. Use your own common sense, but if you're in a safe place, then close your eyes and meditate a bit with me. Maybe you even want to light some incense, you want to prepare your space. Let's make this a little ceremony together, like a little ritual. Every time we come back to the podcast for love with me, Jacques, we get conscious, we get aware, and we just allow ourselves to feel what surrounds us. So close your eyes if you haven't already, and start to observe your breath. I truly want you to only observe. Don't try to force, don't try to deepen, don't try to change. Make sure you're just there. Allow yourself to feel and observe. How is your breath right now, in this moment? There is no right or wrong breath. There is just the way your breath is breathing. Now I want you to center your focus or to shift your focus around your heart. Just move your focus there and observe how the energy moves there as well. Where focus goes, energy flows. So arrive at your heart. And continue to observe your breath. If thoughts arise, let them arise. Greet them like some visitors. But they're just passing by, like people on the roadside. So let them move through. You don't have to stop them, you don't have to talk to them. Just observe your breath, your thoughts, and yourself. Shift your focus back to your heart if you lose it. There is no shame, there is no wrong way. If you lack focus, if you lose focus, just notice it and come back. And feel how this energy starts building up around your heart center. Maybe you want to envision a white light coming from there. Then gradually start to shift your breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. But don't rush with the exhale. Keep the air within you for a little while and allow yourself to truly enjoy the exhale. Feel how the air leaves your lungs. And exhale all the way, all the way, all the way. Inhale back through your nose, filling up your lungs completely, all the way up. and a bit more when you feel like you can't go. And then gently let the air go. Feel how your whole body shrinks again. I invite you to put your hands together and rub them however it feels right. And take your hands in front of your closed eyes, so when you open your eyes, the first thing you look at is your hands. You create with these hands. You created everything you ever created. They were there for you from the second you were born into this body, the second you incarnated, the second you came into flesh. These hands were there. And over time you learned how to use them, to shape something, to mold it, to change something. They were always with you. And today, the topic that we're gonna speak about, me and my heart, or my heart and me, the topic we're gonna touch on is how to truly break free, or how to change your chains and use them as wings. Because the truth is, I didn't get here by myself. I didn't do any of this by myself. I always had help by someone. Either it was my feelings, it was my mind, it was some kind of coach or teacher that taught me. I was never by myself. Even though sometimes I maybe felt lonely, I felt alone, I felt like I cannot change anything, I felt powerless. And in those very moments, someone or something arrived. And I kept going. And you kept going. You're still here with me. So just as that, also this topic didn't just arrive from me. On Wednesday, so the night before the Leo full moon, new moon, the night before Leo new moon that we had yesterday, I was in a yoga session, a Nad yoga. So Nad yoga is the yoga of the sound. We use mantra, we use chanting, we use frequency and vibration to work and move energy. Work with and move energy. And this beloved guru, this beloved yogi that I met, he told me one thing that stuck with me, and that is, you are already free. There is no cage. Truly, there is no cage. And then we were practicing, and my mind was spinning over that the whole time. There is no cage, what the but I feel trapped, I feel stuck, I feel like I can't change, And at the end of the session, as I had some tea, I looked at him as he was playing around with his beard, and I felt like he wanted to say something. So I go to him and did you want to say something? But he just looks at me, no, but maybe you want to say something. So I sit down, I breathe, close my eyes, I come into my heart space, just as we did now with this little meditation. And I allowed myself to ask, to be curious, to be the fool, because that's how we learn, by allowing ourselves to not know, by allowing ourselves to be the fools. The fool has so much to learn, and he doesn't care about what is wrong or what he could make wrong, because he knows there is no wrong thing to do. There is no wrong thing to do. There is a right or wrong state that we are in, but there is no wrong thing. There is also no right thing. There is just the thing you do and the state, the frequency that you do it in. So I sit in front of him, I come to my heart, and I ask him, well, but you said we are free. How can that be? I feel trapped, I feel stuck, and I feel how my throat starts to close off and tears start to rise up. And before I could say anything more, he looks at me and he asks, who feels trapped? Who feels stuck? Your mind or you? And I instantly knew in that second, it's my mind. My mind is feeling stuck. My mind is feeling trapped. My mind is feeling like it cannot move. But I am not my mind. I am not my body. I am not my heart. I am none of that. And if you are hearing someone talk about spirituality or yoga or consciousness for the very, very first time, then first of all, thank you so much that you're here. I'm so glad that I am the person to tell you this for the first time. And maybe you've heard it a couple times. And that's all right, because we need to hear things over and over again until they click. I had that experience myself. It's not like hearing it once and everything changes. But on one point, we decide to change everything. So, if this is the very first time you hear someone talk about you are not your body, you are not your mind, you might think, what? How can I not be my body, right? Like, I'm very sure I'm in my body. Like, it hurts when I pinch myself. And you're right. But let's look at our hand. This is our hand. It belongs to us. Then this in front of me, I have a box of matches. You maybe also have something around you. It belongs to you. This box of matches belongs to me. But I cannot be the box of matches. I cannot be my hand. Therefore, I can also not be my body, because my body belongs to me. It's the vehicle that I'm driving, as if I get into a car. Before you came here, you chose a body, and you essentially got into that body to be able to experience the physical 3D reality that we experience here on this planet Earth. So the body is a tool. The body is wonderful, it's amazing, it's a blessing to have one. And I'm blessed with one that works perfectly and that is healthy. So it is my job to take care of it. But as we have free will, I can also choose not to take care of it. And it will compensate, it will compensate, it will compensate because it loves me. But at some point it just can't go anymore. And all of a sudden you have a pain in your back. You have tight hips. You have maybe a headache, or you just feel ill, whatever it is. On some point, your body is gonna start to tell you,
Hey man, I am tired of what you do to me. Can we change something, please?
and it's your choice. Do you want to change something? Or do you want to keep on going the way that you are going? It's always up to you. Will you blame it on age? Oh, I'm 25, now this is because I'm so old, my back hurts. It's your choice. always your choice. Because I believe that our body, or I know that our body is a reflection of our soul. The body is the densest form, the physical bodies are the densest form that we have through this lifetime. So it just takes longer for things to show in our body than in our mind, in our mental bodies, in our energetic bodies. But when we get symptoms in our physical body, it's truly time to look at them and start to understand where they come from. And maybe we don't understand right now, and we don't have to. But if we're committed to look at where it comes from, or to work in order to change something about the symptom, it will change at some point. If you maybe always have tight hips and you cannot sit in this Sukhasana, easy pose, they call it. The teachers, the yogi teachers call this easy pose, right? But it might not be easy. Your knees might be up here. You might feel like you cannot sit like that at all, or it's really uncomfortable. Well, it was really uncomfortable for me as well when I started out. Especially to sit in this position for longer. So we start to move around, we start to maybe make something more comfortable, put some cushions under our knees. It doesn't matter how you help yourself to experience something. Important is that you're experiencing. Because I believe that, or I know, that the only wrong thing that we can do, the only wrong thing that I can do is to not do, not experience. If I refuse to experience, I cannot learn, I cannot grow. If I block myself from executing, from acting, because I only live up in my mind, nothing can change. Nothing can happen in the physical reality if we are not moving our body. But when we start moving, God, Father in the skies, Mother on earth, the universe, life, fate, the divine, whatever you want to call it, right? If you start moving, Spirit, the divine universe, it will move as well. It moves accordingly. It always mirrors you. And I'm sure you heard about this, right? The law of attraction. Oh, what you give out, you get back. And I heard it loads of times. Loads of times. But then truly acting accordingly to that knowledge, that's a different story. Oh, what can I change? How can I truly attract the life I want? And I just sit there in a meditation. Oh, I envision this beautiful house with lots of land and a lake and a garden and whatever is there, and a wife and bowling track and tennis court and a little gym and spa area, and another house where employees or the people that take care of that live, or different bungalows around so other people can come there and just unwind. I start choking up as I envision it, right? Woo! And you have all this vision. You have all this beautiful vision around you. But then what are you acting on? Are you acting accordingly? Are you acting in the way that the version of you that is in that reality would act? Or am I still avoiding action because of my perfectionism? Do I still try to get it right and therefore not do anything? Because rather than maybe getting it wrong, I would not do it at all. Because that's how I can make sure I'm not getting it wrong. Well, I repeat again, there is no right or wrong thing to do. There is a right or wrong state that you do it in. And the only thing, if there even is a wrong thing to do, is not doing anything, not experiencing. Because not experiencing, not moving, means you're shrinking. If you're not expanding, you're shrinking. You're not staying the way you are. Your muscles will decrease. Your willpower will decrease. Your discipline will decrease. If you are only staying in your room all day, when I was only staying in my room all day and smoking weed and all of that, I was not changing anything. I was feeling like I'm not moving forward. But in fact, I'm stagnating, I'm shrinking. It's better to be safe than sorry? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But I lived by that. I lived by that for a long time. Rather safe, rather safe. And that's also what our brains evolved to do, right? Our brains are supposed to keep us safe. Our beautiful mind is here to keep us safe. And that's wonderful. But to our mind, only things that we have done before are safe. Everything that's unknown is labeled as unsafe, is creating a feeling of dis-ease, uneasiness within your system. So, where does that come from? I think I spoke about it quite a few times before, but it's so important. That's why we are repeating it. That's why I am repeating it. Growth happens outside of our comfort zone. So, caveman brain, caveman example. Because our brains are not that different from the brains we had when we were cavemen. Our external conditions change way faster than evolution can adapt to them. So for us, it's still unsafe to go beyond boundaries, beyond borders of what we know. Trying a new fruit that I haven't eaten yet, I don't know. Even though we know it's a fruit and it's not poisonous and other people have eaten it before and so, but I've never eaten that fruit. What if I don't like it? Well, what if you do like that fruit? What if it's delicious, the most sweetest fruit you ever tasted in your entire life? It would be a shame for you to never try that fruit, because maybe you don't like the fruit. And we both know I'm not talking about the fruit. I'm really not talking about the fruit. There's something inside of you, inside of me, that I really want to do. I'll go first. I really want to record music. I really want to share my music with the world. Because when I sit to the piano and I allow myself to flow freely and not judge myself in the process, but enjoy the creation that I create within that moment, enjoy every single bit and piece of that whole beautiful thing that flows out of me. And I start to sing and channel and express. It's so beautiful to see what comes out. Sometimes darkness and sadness and anger wants to be expressed. Sometimes hope and inspiration wants to be expressed. Sometimes fear. Sometimes faith. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. But I love to express and to allow my voice, my beautiful voice, to just share and sing and express I love expressing myself. I love creating. When I create, that's where I draw my energy from. I could create over and over and over again. And it's funny, because in my mind I told myself, I don't want music to be the thing that I live off. I don't want that I have to do music. I want it to stay my passion, my drive. I want to have my heart in there. I don't want it to become a job. I want to express for the sake of expressing, not for the sake of getting something in return or for the sake of someone liking it. But then my own judgment came in. Oh, but other artists are singing better than you. And what's this? And you play the wrong note. How could you? And And I just stop. I block myself. When I judge the creative expression that is about to arise, when I judge the process before it's finished, I block it. Because why would I want to do something if I don't like what I'm doing? Or if I talk myself down after I did it? That's not the way this life works. We're not here to get it perfect. Practice and practice and practice and practice and practice makes what? And in my mind it goes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes improvement. And that's not my own statement, that's not my own... I heard it somewhere, but I'm able to assess all the information that I gathered and allow it to arise in the right time so I can create a beautiful new picture. I can reframe my way of thinking, and I hope I can also allow you to open up to a new perspective, to a new possibility. Because what I'm truly here to do is I'm here to set us all free. So I'm starting with setting myself free. I have my yoga teacher Pedro in my mind. Your freedom automatically liberates others. Your expression, your joy, your whatever it is, if you allow yourself to be free, other people see that freedom within you. And the beautiful thing is, we are already free. We were born free. There was no cage. Never. Never. The cage is maybe external in the physical world. The cage is in your mental plane. The cage is within emotions that you have not processed. You were never broken. You just were not able to process emotions. There is no shame in that. It's a protective mechanism to keep you safe, to keep you surviving. While you're running from a saber-toothed tiger, you don't want to start to burst out into tears and panic. You want laser sharp focus and you run. So while you're in survival mode, you will not process any of the emotions, any of the shame, guilt, anger, sadness, whatever. If you're not feeling safe to express something, you will not express it. Your digestion system shuts off everything. Your body evolved to keep you safe. And it's beautiful that it does that. So once we can create a space where we feel safe to express, we can let go. We can start to feel. And for some people, like me, I really had to go a long part of the journey by myself. Even though I got myself help and I had my online coaches and here and there, what I truly wished for is for someone that understands me and that listens to me and that sees me, that is right next to me, that is with me physically, whose aura I can feel, who I can perceive, who I can talk to. A person that looks at me and sees, there it is, let's get that emotion out. Allow yourself to get it out. Because I couldn't allow myself to cry. I was programmed, and I programmed myself to believe that crying is a sign of weakness, that showing emotion makes me vulnerable. Well, maybe I get vulnerable, but I also get honest, and I allow myself to release baggage that I never had to carry. So that's something I really want to open and allow people to experience. And I'm saying this for the very first time right now because I allow myself to flow. I want to hold space for someone, young, old, man, woman, whatever. I want to hold space for a soul, or for many souls, for hundreds of souls, for millions of souls, whatever it is, whatever resonates. If it's for one person, then I will do it for one person. And if after that another one comes in, who knows? Maybe I die after that one person. Maybe that was my only purpose. Maybe I die right now, I don't know. That's why I cannot wait any longer. I want to hold space for you, essentially. Let us open a space where you feel safe to express. Let us open a space where you know you're heard and someone listens to truly understand. Let us open up a space where you can discover and perceive yourself in a completely new way, reframing everything that was ever there to be for you and not against you. Remember when I started this podcast? I remember I was obsessed with getting it right, and I was feeling so ashamed to hold the microphone like this. I was feeling ashamed to sit inside of the corner of my room and this feels wrong, and why am I sitting here, and why is my room not sound isolated and treated and audio treated, and why is the light only why do I have that light, and why the light is not solid, and but I sit on this Louis Vuitton chair because then maybe people will notice, and everything, right? Well, exactly what trapped me is what sets me free now. Look at where I'm sitting. I listen to the rain. The background that I chose this time is so beautifully green. We have a cross in the back, so if you're looking at it with video, I think you see it now. Yeah. It's beautiful. And the cross symbolizes, I learned that yesterday from a wonderful soul that I just met. He sat there while I was on a walk and we met. And we had amazing talks, but I want to share about the meaning of the cross that he explained. So there's these two lines. And the line from the top down, it represents the connection between heaven and earth. Essentially your spine. Heaven, heaven, and then we would have hell, the heel. But we are essentially a bridge between heaven and earth. Because our souls are eternal, our souls are divine, but our bodies are only physical. We can open up our hearts and ourselves and purify ourselves to become a channel for the divine flowing through us. So, heaven and earth, the first line, top down. And then the line from the left to the right represents the connection between masculine or feminine and masculine. Feminine on the left, masculine on the right. And in the center, right in the center of that cross, we have our heart. We have our divine light within us. And it is so beautiful. It shines so bright. And it's always there. No matter how long we push it away, no matter whether we believe in it or not, no matter what, that divine love is right within you. That is unconditional love. It's always there. It's always there waiting. Maybe you buried it deep, deep down. And it will take some time to truly free it and let it shine again. Then that's the way it is. Then that's the experience you get to make. So I hope I was able to change your perspective on the cross, because for me the cross always symbolized death. But it's so much more. It's so much more. The divine connection from heaven to earth. Father in the skies, Mother on earth, Pachamama, as the South American tribes call it. And masculine and feminine coming together within union, within each one of us. Union is not something external, union is something internal. And Jesus is hanging on that cross to remind ourselves that He is a bridge. He is the bridge between it all. He is who connects it all. But He's a human. He incarnated just as you, just as me. All these divine people, Buddha, Mohammed, I don't mind, whatever exists out there. Shiva, Shakti, Subramanium. All these divine expressions and stories that have been told are incarnations of God. But the truth is, they're only here, they only walked on this earth to remind us that we are in fact divine, that we are our own expression, the own individual, unique and beautiful expression of God, of Source, of Universe, of Spirit, of the divine. I don't care how you call it. We are an expression of holiness, of wholeness. And the only thing we have to do to come back to it is to unlearn everything that we are not. Unlearn all of the conditioning, all of the beliefs, all of the things that are no longer serving us. It's not about what can I add and what can I learn and what can I grow and how can I make more. No! No! Shake out that out of you. Shake it out of your being. Right? We are here, already complete, already divine, already whole. Look at children. They are experiencing everything so deeply. They're feeling and expressing everything authentically. If they want to look at you, they look at you. If they want to ask something, they ask. If they see ghosts, if they see the spirit realm, they talk to it, they interact with it, they feel it, they live it, they express it. And then at some point everything starts to get closed off. Because on this planet Earth, we are currently having quite a lot of trouble, quite a lot of fear, quite a lot of hate and anger and pain. Because when you're in survival mode, when your root chakra essentially is blocked, when your sacral chakra is blocked, when you're in the lower dimensions of your own expression, of your own frequency. You live within fear, shame, and guilt. It's the emotions that block the lower chakras. Guilt for not doing more, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be working more. Yes, you can use that as fuel, you can become a millionaire on it. But then you still have that feeling of emptiness inside. Because guilt blocks your solar plexus, so the energy never rises up to your heart. You never fulfill, you never express what you truly want to express. As did I. I thought, before I can play the piano and do music and express myself in all these beautiful artistic ways that I want, I need to make money. I need to have income and passive income, and I need to be able to sustain a family and have my wife and have everything set up and everything into place and everything perfect. And when everything is perfect, then I can start to make music. Then I can start to do what I really want to do. When everything is perfect. There is no right or wrong thing. There is a right or wrong state. As long as I look at the perfect state to start as something outside of me, something I have to work to get there, it will always stay something I have to work on to get there. It will never be something I can experience right now. Because the story I tell myself tells differently. And therefore, my mind, my whole reality reflects that. Because when I don't believe that it's possible, when I don't believe that I can do it, that I deserve it, that I deserve to feel happy and fulfilled with what I do right now, I cannot feel happy and fulfilled right now. Because I don't believe that it is for me. So, what changed, or when did it change? When did I realize that I can start to live the life I really want to live right now? Right now. And how can you start to get there, right? That's what you really want to know now. Well, yeah, you're telling me all this beautiful thing, bop, 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 bop. And yes, I maybe see myself in it. But what am I supposed to do, right? Well, first of all, you're in the middle of it. You're in the middle of the process. You're listening to me speak. You're listening to a podcast like this. You committed to the meditation in the beginning. Maybe you thought it was strange. You are still listening. You are still expanding your own consciousness and being. That in itself is all you have to do. It's the first step to growth. Being open. Open to new information, to new knowledge. And then one thing that really clicked a lot for me is a little conversation I had with a woman, and I talked with her about the perfect moment to eat, right? Because I wake up in the morning and then I have the mixture of my Chinese doctor that I have to drink, and I shouldn't mix the mixture with anything else. So right after the mixture I shouldn't eat, and I really want to go for a swim in the river as well, and I shouldn't eat before swimming. So I'm first going to go for the swim after I woke up, and then I will come back, and then it's almost lunchtime. So now I really want to eat my breakfast, but in half an hour I have lunch that is waiting for me, because I'm at home with my parents in that moment and I don't have to cook by myself. So should I eat now because I still have breakfast left over which I didn't eat, or should I wait for lunch, or I don't know. And I looked at her, I was like, when is the right time, or when is the perfect time to eat? And she just starts laughing. Well, when you're hungry, that's the perfect time to eat. When you feel like you should eat. When your body tells you, hey, man, woman, I am a bit hungry. Can we eat something, please? Then eat. That's why your body is telling you that Listen to your body. It's divine. It's an expression of God. It was shaped in the way of God. It's even written in the Bible. Created, I only know the German phrase, nach seinem Ebenbild geschaffen. So, created just in the way that God is. You're a divine body walking on this earth. Your body is also, you have a divine body, sorry about that. We talked about it before, right? We have the body. We are not the body. So yeah, when our body tells us, oh, I'm hungry, oh, this hurts, oh, I feel like I want to go to sleep, I think I need a massage, oh, this, oh, that. Listen to your body. If your body tells you you should move, go for a walk. Don't scroll. Don't pull out your phone and distract yourself again. Allow yourself to feel in the boredom, in the emptiness. That's where everything starts. First there was nothing, and then there was something. But for something to emerge, nothing needs to be there. The space for something to exist, the space for something to exist needs to exist before it exists. So it's not the chicken or the egg. We had the space, we had the land that everything could grow on, that everything could start. And then the cycles start. Cycles of growth, of expansion, of contraction, of reflection, going inward, going outward again, boom, bum, going, receiving, doing, receiving, giving, taking, giving, whatever, right? Bum, bum, external. As when you are in the gym, you're not constantly exercising your muscles. That doesn't work. You need working periods and you need resting periods. So back to what I said before, because maybe you didn't listen right, and maybe I didn't listen right. For something to emerge, nothing needs to exist. When you allow yourself to be within the boredom, to be within that emptiness, from there you start to do something. From the emptiness, you start writing a poem. From that emptiness, you start to sing. From that emptiness, you start to dance. From that emptiness, you start to express. From that emptiness, I created this podcast, right? From that emptiness, that not knowing what I'm supposed to do, from that point I can do something. But as long as I was numbing myself, looking at entertaining videos, or some people, or a girl channeling, or whatever it is, right? As long as I look at something externally that gives me satisfaction, as long as I consume. For me, it was also weed, it was videos, it was music, it was entertainment, constantly being in a space of something, constantly being in there, never having emptiness, never having room. I was not even bothered with the fact that I wasn't creating, that I wasn't doing, because I didn't know that there was space for me to do something. I didn't know that there was space for me to express something. I just didn't know that I could do something else, because I was always doing what felt familiar, what I know. I've known smoking weed and watching anime or videos or whatever and scrolling on Instagram. I knew that it was a safe space for me. Safe and stagnant. But truly stagnant or even shrinking. Because I might be gaining weight, or I might not even eat right anymore, and not even sleep right anymore because of it. And all of a sudden, I'm not even gaining weight, I'm losing weight. I'm starting to become less than what I was before. But I didn't care. I just looked at the videos and I smoked another joint. But I realized all of a sudden I'm not smoking weed to smoke weed. I'm not smoking weed to get high. I'm smoking weed to smoke the weed. I do it for the action. So once I finished smoking weed, I wanted to build another joint, so I had to do something again. Because as long as I was in this cycle of constantly doing something and smoking weed and being high and distraction, I wouldn't have to change anything. But the emptiness kept on growing. This feeling that there was more for me to uncover, more for me to express, more for me to feel, more for me to be than what I am truly in that moment. That feeling that I was still able to grow and learn because I'm at the beginning of it all. I'm a student of life. I'm here to grow and expand. So are you. And I don't know, maybe the weed and the videos and everything resonated. Maybe for you it's just the doom scrolling. Maybe it's cigarettes. Maybe it's sex. And you're collecting your sexual partners like others collect Pokemon cards. Or you continuously go to parties. I've been there. Or, yeah, because then during the week my mind is already on the next party. And during the party I'm kind of in the state of whatever, looking at all these beautiful people and I want something, I don't have it, I want, let them complete me. And then the party is over and I'm by myself and I still feel empty. I still feel alone. Or maybe you take home someone. I never did. Somehow I got rejected or I got protected, right? I truly believe that rejection is for our own protection because we were never supposed to be with that other person, with those other beings. Because when you have sex with someone, let's be honest, that is truly divine. That is incredible. You are merging not only your bodies, but your auras. From two, you become one. You integrate it. You complete yourself and the other person in that moment. But the truth is, what if two complete beings come together? Imagine that. Woo-hoo-hoo. If you're not looking for completion, but you're just conscious of what it is you're going to celebrate together. True connection, true feeling each other, true sensuality, true vulnerability. But in that process that you are having sex, you're taking of them and they are taking of you. It's no longer their anger or your anger. There is just anger. Or there is fear. Or there is whatever. So if the other person, if your partner, your sexual partner has a lot of unresolved emotions, of trauma, of work that they have to do because it's their work, it's their problem, it's in them. If they are not working on that, it will go over to you. If you're not working on it, it will go over to them. But if you did the work and they didn't, then they're getting light and they're feeling better and relieved, and you're feeling worse than before and you maybe don't even know why. What other ways of running, of hiding are there? Essentially all types of addictions. Whether it's addiction to sex, whether it's addiction to parties, alcohol, drugs, maybe you're a workaholic, you're constantly doing something. As long as you're constantly functioning, working, doing something, you will never have the emptiness and the space to relax. And if you never relax, you won't feel safe. If you won't feel safe, you won't process any of the things that you have experienced. So I truly invite you, figure out, when am I hiding? When am I running? When am I avoiding something? And allow yourself to be in emptiness more. Remember that the perfect moment to eat is not when there is a perfect moment, but just when you're hungry. When you feel like you should move, you move. When you feel like you should sing, you sing. When you feel like you have to cry, you cry. There is no right or wrong moment, there is a right or wrong state. So when you allow yourself to be honest with yourself and to express whatever you and your body and your mind and your feelings want to express in that moment, that's when you liberate yourself. That's when you start to build trust again with you. That's for the space from where everything can grow. I remember a quote that a monk told me in a temple. I was chopping wood and he came out and he told me about this, right? First he brought ice cream, so I took a break, and then he told me about this. So, first you do what's necessary. Then you do what's possible. And soon you will be doing the impossible. So don't worry about what's possible and what's impossible and so on. Just look at what's necessary right now. Maybe it's necessary to wash your clothes. Maybe it's necessary to go and make a meal now because you haven't eaten in a while. Maybe you should just drink a glass of water. Maybe you need to poop. Maybe you need a walk outside. Maybe whatever it is. There is no right or wrong thing. But I'm sure something came to your mind. Something that you can do now. And in order for you to do that, I will let you go. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. If you really like this podcast and if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed this ride with me, I enjoyed it, so if you enjoyed it, maybe leave a feedback, tell me about it. Even if you didn't enjoy, if you want to have something different, if you didn't like the meditation the way it was, whatever it is, let me know, let me know. Let me know how you feel about this. I would love to know. I'm really curious. And always remember, this space of peace within your heart is always there for you. And there is no cage. You are already free. Your mind might feel trapped, but you are free. Therefore, be the freest, most loving, most authentic expression of yourself that you can be today, and allow your freedom to liberate others. Take care.